Do you feel like you're back in 2007 with my candle and sparkly lights back there? Today, as promised, I'm going to be going through all of my favorite lifestyle products of 2020. I have so many things to talk about today, everything ranging from skincare to hair care to also fitness favorites, fashion favorites, a lot of really random things. I'm just gonna be talking about everything that I love this year. I hope that you guys are gonna enjoy today's video. Let me know in the comments some of your favorites from 2020 in the lifestyle category. I would really love to hear them. And I also wanna say, because this is one of my end of year videos, I am doing a little giveaway, but it's not going to be on this video. I'm actually going to be posting it on Instagram. So if you want to potentially enter that giveaway, you can check out my Instagram at Paige Beauty, and I'll be posting it sometime very soon within posting this video. So stay on the lookout for that. Okay, so let's just get started because we have so much to talk about. So the first category that we're going to tackle is skincare, and that does also include body care. So these are all of my most used, most favorite skincare and body care products of 2020. So starting off first with one of my favorite moisturizers I think really I've ever tried. This is the SkinCeuticals Daily Moisture Lightweight Pore Minimizing Moisturizer for normal or oily skin. Now, 2020 was the year that I discovered that I don't actually technically have dry skin. I've been living a lie my entire life. So my esthetician broke the news to me earlier this year and let me know that I do not in fact have dry skin, but I have normal skin that's incredibly dehydrated. I couldn't believe it. First of all, I didn't believe her to begin with. I questioned everything that I've ever known about myself, but then in the end I just accepted who I really am. Needless to say, this was a moisturizer that she actually recommended to me, and I couldn't really wrap my head around the fact that she was giving me something that was meant for oily skin or normal to oily skin, because I've never gone towards those types of skincare products. But regardless of whatever this packaging says, I still feel like this is a moisturizer that is really good for really all skin types. What I really love about this is that it is still a nice creamy consistency. So even though I technically don't have super dry skin, my skin is still dehydrated and I still want that creamy moisture on my face. I don't want something that's so lightweight where it doesn't really feel like it's doing anything. And this is creamy, but it's a very thin cream, and so it really sinks into the skin so nicely, and it just leaves the most beautiful, like smooth and soft finish on the face after you apply it. This really is just a moisturizer that I feel like works without being overly heavy, and I do really love this, especially for underneath makeup. I find that it works really well because it's not a super creamy and heavy texture, but it still gives me the moisture that I need. I really do love SkinCeuticals. I feel like a lot of their products are definitely pricey, don't get me wrong, but probably some of the most effective skincare that I've really ever tried. And I feel like whenever I do try a product from SkinCeuticals, I always see a difference in my skin. My ultimate favorite cleanser of the year has absolutely, without a doubt, been the Laneige Cream Skin Milk Oil Cleanser. I have gone through 3 of these. This is actually an empty bottle. I had to take this out of my empties bag that I have going on right now. So this has basically been my double cleanser. And if you don't know what double cleansing is, it's basically a 2-step cleansing process where you take an oil-based cleanser. You go in first with that oil-based cleanser, and that's really gonna help break up the sunscreen, the dirt, the makeup that's on your face. You wipe that all off, and then you go in with your normal cleanser or your non-oil based cleanser, and that's your 2-step cleanse process. So I have been definitely trying my fair share of oil-based cleansers, and this one is by far my favorite because it doesn't actually feel oily. So basically this gets the job done. It doesn't leave an oily residue. It's still really nice and hydrating though, and soothing on the skin, especially if you have dry skin. You would really love this, again, because it is like a really nice soothing and not stripping cleanse. Now let's move on to my favorite eye cream of the year. I definitely had a little bit of a moment this year where I really couldn't figure out what eye cream worked for my under eye. I was trying so many different types of products and nothing was working for me. I kept on experiencing very annoying milia underneath my eyes, which are those little bumps that appear. And I really wasn't asking for much. I really just wanted something to hydrate my under eyes without causing any congestion underneath there or any type of reaction. And one of the few eye creams that I find does not give me any type of reaction, but it still just really nicely hydrates underneath my eyes has been the Youth to the People Dream Eye Cream. It does say that it's supposed to smooth, hydrate, and firm. It does have goji stem cells, ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C. I can definitely say that it smooths and hydrates. I don't really know about firming. Also, because my under eyes don't really technically need so much firming, at this point in my life, thankfully. I just know that it works and I love it. 2020 really was the year that I truly took the time to put in those extra steps into my skincare routine. I was always the person who would like just cleanse my face and moisturize it. I definitely had a lot of serums in my collection, but I would only really use them once in a while. I wasn't really the type of person to want to spend like 15 minutes doing my skincare routine, but 2020 definitely had a little bit of extra time, if you know what I mean. So I also was trying to give myself a little bit more self-care, giving myself a nice little full-on skincare routine. I'm talking 7 steps. And I feel like this year I've definitely become a skincare routine person. Like I genuinely really enjoy taking myself from cleanser to toner to serum to serum to serum to oil to moisturizer, sunscreen, all that stuff. So needless to say, I have definitely nailed down a couple serums that I've really enjoyed this year, but the one that I feel like has stood out among all of the rest is another SkinCeuticals product, and it is the CE Frulic? I don't know how to say that, but it's basically the vitamin C serum. Now I've tried this one. I've also tried another vitamin C serum from SkinCeuticals, and I really like both. I've never really noticed much of a difference with the other vitamin C serums that I've tried, and I know they are really amazing to use, especially to kind of brighten and add a nice glow to the skin. But I don't know, I just never really found one that I was completely in love with. But holy shit, you guys. This vitamin C serum and the other one from SkinCeuticals, I notice the biggest difference in my skin on the days that I do use this and the days that I don't use this, because it really just makes my skin come alive. SkinCeuticals is actually known to have probably, I would say, one of the best vitamin C serums out there. Every single like skin expert that I watch always raves about this and recommends it. And I am not a skin expert, but I would have to agree with those who are, because it truly is fantastic and probably one of the biggest life-changing products that I've tried for my skin this year by far. So that is it for my top tier 2020 skincare products. So now let's move into some body care products. So first things first, I want to talk about my 2 favorite Alper Oils products of the year. You guys know how much I love Alper Oils. The founders of Alper Oils are some of my really close friends, and I love them to pieces, and I love their products to pieces. Like, they're so freaking good. So I have 2 over here that have been a huge part of my routines over the last year. We have the Infinite Oil. This is considered a multi-use oil, so you can use this on your body. You could even use it in your hair, on your cuticles. But I actually really love using this particular oil as like my body oil moisturizer. I have never really been super into body oils, but oh my God, since I started using this one, I don't think I can ever go back, because it is just such a luxurious feeling to put a body oil all over the body. First of all, it's so deeply hydrating, especially if you have very dry skin, and oil is the most amazing thing ever. It smells just so calming and relaxing, and I swear it's like a whole experience when you apply this, and it's just really effective. Like, it makes my skin glow. And lately, I've actually really been enjoying mixing in the oil with my body moisturizer, like with a cream moisturizer, and it just creates the most like intensely hydrating concoction. It's fantastic, especially now that it's winter. It's getting even drier outside, and my skin is obviously feeling it. Putting this into my creams, it's really just the best. Another staple of mine, as far as my self-care routine goes, is their bath oil. Again, I have been trying to pamper myself a little bit more this year, just kind of indulging a little bit more self-care. And baths are probably one of the biggest things that I do for myself for self-care. I sometimes take like 3 baths a day, which is kind of crazy. Like, I take one in the morning when I wake up sometimes. I definitely take one at night. And sometimes if I'm like feeling really fancy, or if I'm feeling a little bit cold, or if I have a little break in the day, I will absolutely take a bath in the middle of the day. And that is one of the benefits from working at home. Although I don't really technically work from home anymore, but when I did, midday bath was a thing for me sometimes. Anyways, their bath oils have definitely taken my baths to the next level, because when you use this in your bath, you basically create this beautiful spa-like experience. So the oil will, number one, smell amazing. They have a couple different scents. I like peppermint patty, which is like a mix of lavender and peppermint. And so the bath smells amazing, but because it's also an oil, when you go into the bath and then come out, your whole body will be moisturized, baby. My favorite creamy moisturizer for my body this year has definitely been the Joe's Maran Whipped Argan Oil Ultra Hydrating Body Butter, specifically in the scent Pure Vanilla Bean. It's really funny because this actually used to be my favorite body moisturizer when I was like, I don't know, 18 or 19. I'm 26 now, just for reference. But I have rediscovered this year, and I kind of don't know why this ever left my life because it's such a beautiful body moisturizer. This also just really, really deeply nourishes your skin, and it actually does make a difference in the moisture levels of your body. You know those moisturizers that you put on and like an hour later your skin still feels dry? Not the case for this at all. And I also just love the texture of this moisturizer. It's super, super thick and creamy. I mean, it is called a whipped moisturizer, and they're not lying. Like, it is whipped. The scent is amazing. It's not a typical vanilla scent that's sickly sweet. This is what I would call more of a mature vanilla. It's definitely a lot softer. It's not sickly sweet at all. It smells like true vanilla bean. So that's everything that I have for body care as well as skincare. So now let's talk about the 2 hair care products that have definitely exceeded my expectations in 2020. The first one is definitely not going to come to any surprise because I have not been able to stop talking about this over the last couple of months because it has changed my hair game. Now, before I go into this, I just want to say that 2020 was really the year that I took the health of my hair very, very seriously. And I feel like I have actually accomplished healthy hair in 2020, which I never really thought would happen for me. I've always had a very difficult relationship with my hair because I've constantly effed with it, for lack of a better word. I put my hair through a lot, like especially in my blonde phase. I'm sorry, hair. Like, I hurt you during that phase of mine. And even besides bleaching it, the heat that I would put on my hair was just insane. And 2020 was the year that I really started to embrace, first of all, my natural curls. I used to spend hours and hours and hours like looking at the ends of my hair, picking at the split ends, and right now, I don't even see like one split end when I look at the ends of my hair, and that's never happened to me my entire life. And so besides the fact that I wear my hair natural and so I don't heat style it when I wear natural, when I do heat style it, I'm using a lot less heat because I'm just using a blow dryer because of this tool right over here. My go-to hairstyle over the last couple months especially has been this kind of like faux, I guess it's not a faux blowout because I am literally blowing out my hair, but it's just like this really nice, bouncy, smoothed out style. I create this style by using this blow dryer and nothing else. I do not put a straightener to my hair. Sometimes I'll fix the front pieces with a straightener, but that's pretty much it. And this thing is seriously life-changing. I do have a full video that I'll link down below in case you want to check it out, showing you guys how I actually like to use this. I didn't even say what this was. This is the blow dry brush from Amika, and it is my favorite blow dry brush. I have gotten a lot of questions asking me my thoughts on the Revlon blow dry brush. Revlon blow dry brush is pretty much the exact same thing. Like, it does give the same effect to the hair, and I did really love it for a certain period of time. However, what I didn't realize was that that brush really was damaging my hair quite a bit. I don't know why, because it is just a blow dryer, but I actually found that when I would use it for an extended period of time, my hair like felt it. I've spoken to quite a few people, like some of my friends who really used to love and use the Revlon blow dry brush, and they said the same thing, that they feel like they've actually really damaged their hair. So that is why I did stop using the Revlon brush. I don't think it's that big of a deal if you only use it once in a while. Anyways, the Amika one doesn't. Now, I only have one more hair product that I want to talk about. There are a couple hair products that I have been enjoying throughout the year, but I only really wanted to talk about the things that blew my mind this year. I didn't really want to talk about just everything that I liked, otherwise we would just be here forever. So another product that really blew my mind this year is another Amika product. It's called Flash, and it's the Instant Shine Mask. So this is basically an in-shower hair treatment. So what you do is when your hair is wet in the shower, you pour this all over your hair and you let it sit for a couple minutes, and then you rinse it out. And this is supposed to make your hair super shiny. And when I first tried this, I really didn't expect miracles. I just didn't, because I've tried plenty of products in the past that are supposed to make your hair shiny, and they don't do anything. This is one of the most effective hair products I've ever tried. Like, my hair was like glass. It was so shiny after using this. I actually had to stop myself from using this so much because I was getting obsessed and I was going through it so quickly, and I was like, at this rate, I'm gonna go through like 6 bottles of these in a month. So I only really use this on special occasions when I really just want to give my hair a boost, but holy crap, is it effective. So good. All right, so those are all of the beauty products that I have here. Let's jump into a couple of my favorite fashion items of the year. So I really didn't know what to include for fashion because the majority of the year I have been wearing mostly sweatpants, but I'm sure along with a lot of you, comfort has really been the key for me this entire year. And so a lot of the pieces that I wear day to day are just meant to be comfy. And so one of my favorite more like loungewear pieces that I discovered this year has definitely been the Align tank top from Lululemon. Now, I have been a huge fan of the Lululemon Align leggings for a very long time. They are some of my favorite leggings because they're so buttery soft. And so Lululemon came out with tank tops that are in the same Align buttery soft fabric, and wow, are they amazing. So the first reason why I really like this is that it has a built-in bra. Now, I don't really have huge boobs, and I know that built-in bras aren't everybody's favorite, especially if you do have a larger chest. That's obviously just comes down to personal preference. For me, I feel like it works fine. I also really love the fact that it's a cropped tank top, but it's also not super cropped, but it ends where a high-waisted legging starts. So I never feel like too exposed with it. And then of course the fabric, it's so buttery soft. So I wear this just to kind of like lounge around, and I also wear it for my workouts as well. It's just a great, versatile, really comfy tank top. And I just really love it so much. The next thing that I want to talk about is my most used bag throughout this year. And I don't normally like to talk about designer things on my channel, but I can't deny that this was my most used bag. Like, I did not take this off of my body. I think I used another bag of mine maybe just like a small handful of times. And it is this guy from Prada. It is the re-edition 2005 nylon bag. I don't know what the actual name is. There are a couple reasons why I love this bag so much throughout the year. The first one is that it went with absolutely every outfit I had. It is a really simple black bag, and so there wasn't one thing that I didn't feel like this went with. The second reason is that I love that you have two options to wear it. You can either take off this long strap and just wear it with this little chain and you have a really simple bag, or you have, of course, the long strap and you use it crossbody. So this is what the strap looks like crossbody. You actually have this little pouch here, which is completely useless. You cannot put anything in here. When I first saw this bag on social media, I was like, oh, this is gonna be great to put your phone in. Unless you have a Nokia flip phone from like 2005, I don't see this really fitting anything. It's like barely even the size of the palm of my hand. So this is completely useless, but I actually really love it. I just think it's a cute little detail on the bag that kind of just makes it a little bit different. Besides that, the size of this is also perfect for all of my everyday essentials. It fits my phone, it fits my wallet, it fits my keys, it fits a couple lip glosses, some hand sanitizer, it fits a mask, it fits all of the things that I need to carry with me every day, but it's so compact, it's not overwhelming, it doesn't get in the way. Another reason why I like it, because I'm on a roll right now, is the fact that it's nylon. This type of nylon is very durable. This doesn't get dirty at all. If it does get dirty, it's so easy to clean it. And you know, with some designer bags, you have to kind of baby it. You don't have to baby this bag at all. It's just very durable, and I love that. So I have definitely gotten so much use out of this thing. I'm very happy with this purchase this year. So now let's quickly talk about fitness. I have one thing that I wanted to mention. So in my city, the gyms have been closed, and so I did end up creating my own home gym because I wanted to keep up my workouts. And one of my favorite purchases for my home gym has definitely been my TRX. Now, whenever I show my TRX on Instagram stories, I always get a lot of questions asking me if I think it's worth it. And yes, absolutely, I think it's worth it. And I'm so happy that I ended up picking it up because you are able to do so much with the TRX. You can get an amazing full body workout with just these two straps. And if you don't know what the TRX is, I'll insert a little clip to show you what they look like. They're basically two adjustable straps that you use for body weight workouts. I've been able to actually get in some pretty good workouts at home, as much as I really miss going to the gym and having, you know, all of the equipment that the gym has, I feel like I've been able to get a lot done with the couple free weights that I have at my TRX. Like, I'm very grateful that I picked that up. So definitely do think that's very, very worth it if you are looking to invest in some type of gym equipment, but you don't have a lot of room. The TRX is also really great because you basically just need to anchor it either onto a wall. I have mine on my staircase. It even has a special little tool that you can use to anchor it against a door when the door is closed. So especially if you are in a small space, it is a really, really good option. So the last category that I have here is my incredibly random category. So these are all the things that I can't even categorize into anything because they're just random. So let's get into it. Now, the first thing that I want to mention is my iPad as well as my Apple Pencil, which I don't have here with me because I just don't know where it is right now. But these two things combined have been a ginormous favorite of mine over the last year. And one of the amazing things that happened for me in 2020 was being able to rediscover my love for art and for drawing and painting. Drawing and painting was one of my only hobbies that I had, especially growing up. It was something that I absolutely loved to do. And I kind of just lost it throughout the years, as I've gotten busier. Just something that I never really took the time to still incorporate into my life. But because life really shifted and slowed down a little bit in 2020, I really had the opportunity to rediscover my love for drawing. And I didn't just rediscover my love for drawing, but I discovered my love for illustrating on my iPad. Drawing digitally was something that I'd never done before. And so it was kind of like I was taking an old love of mine, but also learning something new at the same time. With this new hobby of mine, I actually started to illustrate more and more and more every single day. And I started sharing them with you guys on Instagram. And I got such a great response from you guys that I actually decided to make another Instagram account called Jamie Paige Doodles, where I would share my illustrations with you because it was becoming more of like a once in a while type of thing. And I didn't want to bombard my Jamie Paige Beauty Instagram with drawings every single day. But because there was so much interest in my drawings from you guys, and a lot of you guys asked me like every day, like, when can we get these in a print? I basically started a little passion project. And not only did I create prints of the doodles that I made, but I also started to create stickers as well. And it's been so incredibly fulfilling to be able to express myself creatively in a different way. And so a week and a half ago, I actually opened up my little shop called jamiepagedoodles.com, where I've been selling my prints as well as my sticker packs. And it was just so insane because like the sticker packs sold out within like 30 minutes, which was so crazy. And there was just such an amazing response and love from you guys. And I can't even express to you how amazing that felt to be able to create something and then for you guys to be so excited about it. It was just so much fun for me. I kind of developed this art style that's just really fun and cute and doodly. Like, it doesn't really take itself too seriously. I've been loving doodling food in particular and just making these really cute illustrations. It just brings me so much joy. And again, I'm just so happy that it makes a lot of you guys smile as well. And that's all I can really ask for. So if you guys want to check out my little print and sticker shop, I'll have it linked down below. Right now, I don't have any stickers in stock. I got to work on a restock, which will hopefully be coming near the beginning of January, fingers crossed, but I do still have prints in stock. So if you want to check it out, again, I'll have it linked down below, and I'll also link my Jamie Paige Doodles Instagram page in case you want to keep up with my art page. Something else that is very, very random, but I wanted to mention in today's video is a book. And this is a book that has to do with tarot, which is another huge passion of mine. This is something that I've spoken about here and there. It's not something that I talk about all the time. Tarot is another tool that I use for myself as a form of kind of self-care. I just find it to be a really interesting tool to just dive deeper within my own intuition, within my own self. And over the years, I've kind of just been studying it and reading a lot of books about it. And I actually did an Instagram live where I spoke a little bit about some of my crazy tarot experiences. So let me know if you were there during that Instagram live because it was really fun. And it also kind of showed me that there was some interest around it and a lot of people wanted to learn more. And so I figured I would show you guys my favorite tarot book of the year and over the last 2 years really, but I still consistently use it. I really love this one that's called Modern Tarot, Connecting with Your Higher Self Through the Wisdom of the Cards, because it's a very modern way to talk about tarot cards. The author, Michelle T, just makes the cards feel very approachable, but also she doesn't leave out too much detail. Like she really goes into detail, but it's also not so much where it's overwhelming, but it gives you a good gist of what the cards are all about. And I think this is just a really great book to read if you want to start off reading tarot or kind of get a feel of the cards. So again, I know this is maybe coming a bit out of left field because I don't think I've really ever spoken about it on my channel or spoken about my love for tarot on my channel. But again, it's a big part of my life, and it's a part of my life that I don't often share. And so I wanted to share it with you guys today. The very, very last thing that I want to talk about, which is again, very random, is a soda. I was actually thinking the other day how grateful I was that I discovered this drink brand because it's just been such a joy throughout the year. I have actually kind of sworn off soda a long time ago. I used to be an avid Coke drinker, but I stopped drinking it after I realized how much sugar was in a Coke. And I also really didn't like the idea of drinking the Cokes that had aspartame in them. And then one day I was watching a Whitney Simmons video and she spoke about these drinks called Zevia, and they're basically sodas that are sweetened with stevia. So the only ingredients that are in here are carbonated water, natural flavors, stevia leaf extract, and citric acid. And that's it. They have a ton of different flavors. They have even like a Coca-Cola flavor. They have cream soda, which is my favorite. They have orange, grape, root beer, lime. So kind of like a 7-Up Sprite situation. So it's just been really nice to be able to enjoy a soda, but without the sugar and without the aspartame. I gotta say, every single flavor is so delicious. It does have like a very slight aftertaste, like a stevia aftertaste, but it's really nothing that's offensive, and it's still super delicious again. And I really love it. And my boyfriend also loves these so much. Oh my God, I almost forgot to talk about one of my biggest favorites of 2020, and that is my new nose, baby. So if you didn't know, I mean, where have you been? I got a nose job. It was probably one of the biggest life-changing experiences of my life. I mean, that's definitely safe to say. This was something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. It's something that I've held off doing for a very long time because I was scared for a multitude of reasons, which I get into in my nose job vlog. So if you want to check that out and get more information about it, the video is there. I'm really proud of myself for doing this, and not only doing it, but doing it for me, and no longer being scared of what people would think, because that was definitely something that held me back for a long time. I'm still only like 4 months post-op, so I still even got a long way to go as far as my healing journey goes. There's even still some swelling to go down. I'm just very grateful that it went in a very positive direction. It makes me happy. All right, guys, that is it. Those are all of my favorite products of 2020. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments all of your thoughts. Hit thumbs up button if you did enjoy today's video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And again, stay on the lookout for that giveaway coming onto my Instagram. All right, guys, that is it. I will see you in the next one. Bye.